Hi, I'm Sergeant Christian Sutton. I'm also known as the bone marrow guy. When I first started doing these drives, just walking into random battalion offices as a specialist or a PFC and asking them to do registry drives, I just wanted to do another one. It was just, hey, let me go talk to another battalion. Let me go speak to another group. Let me just register 50 people, then 100 people. And then once I found out I'd registered 2,300, I'm like, well, let me try and do more next year. Well, I've been doing these registry drives around the Army for over 3 years now as a hobby at first, and now as a passion project, and now the support of the Army, a huge initiative. And to be matched to donate is incredibly rare. It doesn't happen for most people. So that in the middle of me doing all of this, I was one in 430 that get matched in their lifetime and go through and get selected to match. I screamed on the phone, I had to mute it. And I just said, hey, wherever you need me to go, I'll go. They sent me to Charleston, South Carolina. I donated in April, and the hospital they picked was at complete random. But I found out on the airport when I texted my grandmother where I was going, she let me know that it was actually the same hospital that my mother died of Hodgkin's lymphoma looking for a bone marrow donor in 2004. So that was kind of a severe full circle moment to where in the same clinic, same hospitals, I was able to recreate photos of me as a baby with my mom in the same waiting rooms, and be able to bring that forward and be able to give somebody else more time with their family member was in the same building without even knowing. It was pretty significant. When I started helping others do these drives at other bases, I was like, I want to get someone at every base doing it. And then I was able to get it to that's where the installation themselves has decided to adopt these programs and say, okay, we'll give the briefs, we'll register the soldiers, which could get way more than I ever could. It beat out my 2,300 any day. So currently the goal, it went from just doing another drive to get it as a permanent program at a base, now get it to a permanent program as a corps, which now exists at 3 corps, and then get it to MedCom. It's now at MedCom, and get it to where every soldier, at least once per contract, they'll get a brief and be educated about bone marrow and be offered the opportunity to choose whether or not they want to register in a convenient way. If the Army just offers a 5-minute brief, they'll save hundreds of lives of people that never would have found their donor. A lot of people think that donating bone marrow is painful. They think it's traumatizingly painful. They think it's a spine tap or some other horror, drilling in their bones, a big needle in their leg, head, arm, whatever. They just think it's the worst possible thing it could ever be. That's what makes my job and the job of these people briefing other bases so much easier. It's because if they've ever donated plasma or platelets, it's the exact same process. When I donated earlier this year, I was more shocked, even though I knew the process, I was more shocked at how anticlimactic donating is. I just took a medication for 4 days. I just went in and got a shot that had me produce more bone marrow stem cells my body needs. And on the 5th day, they just 2 needles, 2 arms, sat in hospital bed. They just took it directly out of my blood over like 3 hours. I watched YouTube and I left. That was it. And that plasma and those stem cells got put on a plane, flown to a patient, and it was the same as if they had drilled in my bones. No one's doing it anymore. The biggest thing people are afraid of is that it hurts, but it is as easy as donating plasma for beer money. Get on the registry. That's really, for most people, that's their only step. If you get on the registry, just give some spit and a swab. You now have the potential to be matched with a cancer patient who only genetically matches you at some point in the future when they need you. If someone wants to get involved, they easily can. They can educate themselves and go out and just talk to their unit or their groups or clubs and just do a drive. You just give a brief anywhere, and then you hand them the kits. You get the kits for free. They're already paid for by Salute to Life. They're just there to give you kits. And you can just go out, give that brief, and do a drive. For the Army, the more units that adopt the program and train and have people who are ready to give that brief, immediately the more lives are saved. More bases will have donors found and donations happen that sourced from within their unit that never would have been found otherwise. Operation Ring the Bell has significantly impacted the Department of War's contributions to the bone marrow donor registry. It was started in 1992 as a program to increase readiness, our warfighting capabilities, to have us be more prepared in case of a nuclear attack, as well as to just generally increase the amount of people in the donor database. Now, we registered 25,000 people in 3 years. In 2025, Operation Ring the Bell has registered about 10,556 people, about 10 that have donated so far since we started registering people. When the Operation Ring the Bell is fully running across the Army, it'll register between 50 to 100,000 additional donors a year. The U.S. as a whole registers 200,000, so immediately the Army will be one of the largest sources of healthy, young, diverse donors in the country. For people outside who want to know about the Army's program, the Army is about to take a war on cancer-related deaths. It's going to be a huge, huge player in saving lives of cancer patients in a way that no one thought would even make sense. But with so many soldiers stepping forward and educating themselves and getting registered and donating, the uniform and someone getting more time with their family will become synonymous for protecting people overseas and here at home.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, head over to our channel and click the subscribe button. From there, check out our other videos and see what else is going on in the U.S. Army. See you next time.